catch 'em all.
Alright guys, so today I'm taking a look at the TX8 Night Pro Vision. It's a 4-inch flashlight. It has an aluminum housing, anodized finish, a removable pocket clip, and because it's only 4 inches, it's very, very portable. Fits in your pocket very easily, your purse, or whatever it is you want to carry this. So this would be great to have pretty much all the time because of its size. And it's actually very, very bright. It has a multitude of different modes, and included with it couple of extra O-rings, which is nice to see in case you ever have to worry about replacing those. May have to do that down the road. You do have a lanyard that you can choose to attach if you like. I don't really like them too much myself, so I don't. And it has a micro USB charging cable, which we'll talk more about in a moment. A support card, customer support card on one side. On the other side is a discount for products, so if you wanted to purchase some of their other products. And then you have a little user manual in case you need to know some information on that. So depending upon which mode you choose, exactly how long it's going to last, but charging this can take a little while. Really depends on what you connect it to as far as how fast it charges. But the unique part about this is a 2600, I think it's 2600 milliamp 18650 rechargeable battery. Now you can buy any battery and use it with this. You could buy a 4000 if you want to get longer run times, but this one is kind of unique because right here in the top, I don't know if it'll show up for you, but right there is a micro USB connection. So you take the battery out, you plug in the micro USB, and you'll have a charging indicator. Where this little white ring is, underneath there is the illumination. It'll be red when it's charging. And that is very convenient because you don't have to have a separate charger, which is really nice. And you don't have a sort of a little plug that you have to make sure is covered, because if water were to get into that, then you could introduce problems. By eliminating that type of charging setup and putting it into the actual battery itself, you eliminate that problem. So that's pretty cool. So we put this back in, put this back together real quick, just as a warning, because it does have some flashing modes that may affect some people, I suppose. I don't know, but I wouldn't want someone to have a seizure or anything. But if I push and turn this on, you can see it's very dim. If I brighten this up by stepping up through the different levels, and if I push and hold, I can turn it off. But if I turn it back on, it remembers the last thing it was in, so it's very bright again. If I double tap, I can have strobe, and then SOS, and then if I double tap again, it goes into a beacon. I believe it's called a beacon mode, and it'll just kind of fade in and fade out. So you can choose multitude of different options in that regard. And if I push and hold and turn it back off. So there's also, I believe it's called illumination mode and tactical mode. So if I press the button 7 times, it will flash to indicate that it's changed mode. So let's try that real quick. So you see it flashed. So now it's changing between the different modes. And if I turn this on, so apparently that changes the way the tail cap button operates some of the different modes. And so if I hit it 7 more times, you see it flashes, changes back. So it gives you a multitude of different modes. But again, water should not be a problem. Very rugged aluminum housing. And then because, again, as I stated before, with the charging port being built into the battery itself, you don't have to worry about water leaks and all that. So very, very convenient, very bright. List at about 800 lumen, so that's pretty impressive. It's actually quite bright. At night you can actually see, and I don't know how well it translates on camera, but you can see like a beam of light coming off of this thing. You can actually feel it getting just a little bit warm. Good thing is if it overheats too much, it will automatically protect itself and dim down. But I guess it depends on how long you run it and what the situation is, the environment you're in, how that would be affected. But overall, it's a really, really impressive light. I love how small, compact, and portable this is, but I also like the way the battery is designed. I've seen those before, but never one in person, so it's kind of nice to have that option. But I do have some flashlights that have the little cover. Problem with those is they don't always seat properly, so you have to worry about water. But with this IPX8 water resistance, waterproof, you don't have to worry about that. And you can see this is the box it comes in. So because you can flip between the two different modes, and each one has different brightness steppings and the different flashes, you have all these different modes. It says a total of 14 modes. So quite impressive little flashlight. There's a little plastic, you hear that? There's a little plastic piece that comes inside that you have to take out to separate the battery from the contact when you first get it. That's what will let you, begin using your flashlight. As far as charging time goes, again, it's going to depend on what you have it plugged into, but for the most part, I guess it all depends on how much you deplete the battery as well. Just plan to charge it overnight, one night every so often. I think that you can get around 4 hours continuous runtime at the brightest setting, I believe is what I read. Just skimming over this, kind of curious, how long, because I'm never going to use it for that long. Well, I hope I never have a situation I have to use it for that long. But it's quite handy just having these around the house, different things. So anyway, let's jump to a nighttime video, just show you what it looks like in use just real quick, so you get a little bit of an idea, hopefully, of what you might expect from this. But overall, it's just very impressive. Very strong clip, but again, that is removable if you don't like that. And the lanyard, it attaches, I don't know, well, you can see it, but it attaches here at the top. I just don't personally care for it, but it is very, very well made as far as the strength of it and everything. So anyway, it looks like this right here. I don't know if you can see that. So it looks like they have that on there, I guess, to help when you're threading it through, which is actually a blessing, because if you ever try to put one of these lanyards on, some of them can be such a challenge. So anyway, if you decide to attach it, they have sort of a little needle to thread it. It's kind of built on this thing that you can like pop off, take off. So anyway, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to show you this. Check out the nighttime video, kind of see what you can expect. And if you want to find out some more details, there should be a little bit of information at the very beginning of the video. Also, the link below will take you to the product listing and show you a lot more details. You can kind of read some of the other reviews and just find out what other people think about it, okay? So that's pretty much it. Hope you find this useful. Thanks for watching. Alright, so we've already taken a look at the specifics of the flashlight, but the best way to really just get an idea of what works with a flashlight is to hit the go button in a somewhat dark area. So I'm standing inside of a little storage car park area, whatever, and it's 18 by 20 feet. I'm kind of standing basically on one side of the wall. So if I turn this light on and just run through some of the different levels, and the flashing, the SOS, you see it works quite well. So it lights up this entire area. So if we were going to use this to walk around, obviously very small and compact, as we saw. It has nice range. You can see over into the trees, like a little spotlight of sort, and it opens up the world before you that would otherwise be dark. So there you go. Gives you a little bit of an idea. You can see it here in my hand. Anyway, I don't know how well it shows up, but on the camera I can see a beam of light. Looks pretty cool. Yeah, so there you go. Just kind of an idea of what you might expect from this light with the different levels. And obviously, if you need to keep it sort of dim, you don't want it to shine too bright, then you have that option. Still be able to see where you're going even at the dimmest. Lights up your path nicely. Okay, well, that's pretty much it. Check out the link below. Thanks.